Seahawks fans are probably sitting there right now watching all these rumors come out and thinking, here we go again. Everybody acting like the division already belongs to somebody else. But honestly, the more you look at what's happening, the more interesting this whole situation gets. There's a lot of noise, a lot of hype, and some moves that could definitely shake things up a little bit. The real question is whether any of it actually changes who the best team in the NFC West really is. If you're riding with Seattle no matter what, hit that like button and drop a "Go Hawks" down in the comments so I know the real fans are here. The rumors around the San Francisco 49ers are starting to get louder, and now there's a growing feeling across the NFC West that this team might not be done making moves yet. That's the part that should grab the attention of every Seahawks fan right now. Because while a lot of people assumed San Francisco might take a small step backward after everything that happened last season, the exact opposite may be unfolding in front of everybody. There's a real belief floating around that the 49ers understand their current window is shrinking, and because of that, they're approaching this offseason aggressively. The conversation isn't about rebuilding. It isn't even about retooling. The discussion now is whether San Francisco is trying to make one final massive push before age and roster turnover start catching up with them. That changes the tone completely, especially for Seattle fans watching the balance of power inside the division. And when you actually look at what the 49ers have already done, it becomes easier to understand why people are starting to talk. Mike Evans being added to that offense immediately changes the physicality of their receiving group. He's described as a big, tall, strong receiver who isn't afraid to block and remains one of the best wide receivers in football when healthy. That's not a minor addition. That's the kind of move teams make when they believe they're close. Then there's the addition of Osa Odigizua, which was described as one of the sneaky best moves any team made this offseason. The reason that move matters so much is because the 49ers reportedly lacked interior defensive line pressure last season. They needed somebody capable of attacking the quarterback from the inside, and now they may have found exactly that without spending an outrageous amount of money. On top of that, Dre Greenlaw staying in San Francisco gives them continuity defensively. They also added younger players like Stribling and Romulo Height, though there's already skepticism surrounding how quickly those rookies can contribute. Grant Cohn was specifically mentioned as someone who isn't fully sold on Stribling right now. So even though the roster has talent, the belief internally around the league appears to be that this team still has holes. That's where the Joey Bosa rumors become extremely interesting. This isn't just random speculation anymore. The idea of Joey Bosa potentially joining the 49ers is being openly discussed because San Francisco desperately needs pass rush depth after injuries devastated that group. Nick Bosa went down. Other edge rushers suffered injuries as well. Suddenly, a defense that once terrified quarterbacks struggled to consistently pressure opposing offenses. In fact, the 49ers reportedly ranked last in pressure rate and had only 20 sacks during the 2025 season. That number alone explains why they're exploring veteran help. And according to ESPN's Matt Bowen, Joey Bosa still brings traits that matter. Bowen specifically pointed to Bosa's speed-to-power ability and his energy late in plays, saying he could provide quality depth for San Francisco's pass rush. The thought of Joey lining up next to Nick immediately becomes the storyline everyone talks about. That's what makes this rumor dangerous. Not necessarily because Joey Bosa is still in his prime, but because the fit makes too much sense. The 49ers need edge help. Joey Bosa wants another opportunity. The chance to play with his brother could become a major factor emotionally. Even the discussion around it acknowledged how hard it would be for somebody to pass up the opportunity to work alongside family in the NFL. But there's another layer to this that Seahawks fans should pay attention to. The conversation surrounding Joey Bosa isn't that he would arrive in San Francisco as a dominant every-down superstar anymore. In fact, the exact opposite was discussed. Injuries throughout his career have created real concerns about whether he can handle a massive workload consistently. The belief now is that Bosa might be more effective in specialized pass-rushing situations rather than as a full-time edge defender playing every snap. That distinction matters because it changes the level of fear around the move. If this were Joey Bosa from several years ago, every team in the NFC West would probably be panicking. But this version of Bosa comes with risk. He comes with durability concerns. He comes with limitations. And while he could absolutely improve the 49ers' pass rush rotation, there's still uncertainty surrounding whether he truly changes the entire balance of power in the division. That's why the Seahawks' perspective in all of this becomes fascinating. There's a strong argument being made that Seattle simply shouldn't panic. The idea is that while San Francisco may be getting better on paper, that doesn't automatically mean they become a better football team than the Seahawks. There's confidence that Seattle's offensive tackles can handle a player like Joey Bosa, especially considering the depth the Seahawks reportedly showed last season when injuries forced backup players into bigger roles. And then the Kevin Zeitler rumors entered the conversation. Zeitler, the veteran offensive lineman previously with Tennessee, is another player reportedly connected to San Francisco. The logic behind that move is straightforward. The 49ers need offensive line help, particularly on the interior after Spencer Burford reportedly left for the Raiders in free agency. Matt Bowen described Zeitler as a physical presence inside who still has the movement ability necessary for Kyle Shanahan's offensive system. He also pointed to Zeitler's pass protection numbers, saying he ranked 37th out of 65 qualifying guards in pass block win rate at 92.4% last season. Still, even with that information, there's skepticism surrounding whether this move actually happens. The biggest reason is age. The discussion repeatedly emphasized that both Joey Bosa and Kevin Zeitler are older players now. The belief is that teams often convince themselves that adding aging veterans can suddenly push them over the top. But historically, that strategy doesn't always work. There's concern that San Francisco may be chasing past production rather than future impact. That's why comparisons started being made between players who are still truly impactful versus players whose best football may already be behind them. It was even argued that Seattle already has stronger players at those same positions right now, which is a massive statement considering how much respect the 49ers roster usually receives nationally. And this is where the Seahawks' confidence really starts showing. There's a belief that national media narratives continue underestimating Seattle despite recent success. The argument being made is that if people looked strictly at player production and roster construction without team logos attached, the Seahawks would receive far more respect than they currently do. That confidence also extends directly to Mike Macdonald. The discussion surrounding Macdonald was incredibly strong, especially regarding what he's already done with Seattle. There's a belief that the Seahawks currently possess the best defense in football and that Macdonald's increased involvement with the offense helped the unit improve dramatically. There was also excitement surrounding Brian Fleury joining the offensive staff, with the expectation that Macdonald's influence could help the offense continue evolving. Even though Clint Kubiak was credited for helping bring success, the belief is that there's still room for growth and improvement moving forward. So now the question becomes incredibly simple for Seahawks fans. If the 49ers add Joey Bosa, if they add Kevin Zeitler, if they continue pushing all their chips toward the middle of the table, does it actually change anything inside the NFC West? Or does Seattle still remain the better overall team despite all the noise surrounding San Francisco right now? What do you think Seahawks fans should really be worried about here? I want to know your opinion. And don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to stay well informed. Go Hawks!